All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're out in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
Good morning. Welcome to the NLFA, the North Louisiana Football Association. We are coming to you live here, and I'm in my studios in Jacksonville, Florida. And this show was originated to be on Wednesday, but we have now luckily moved it to the Saturday spot where the college breakdown football show comes on each and every week on Saturday during the football season of college football. We are now putting this into that place, so we're getting a show on Saturday. So this will help everybody else here on the NLFA and the All Sports All Plays Network. What's coming up new here? You can now catch us on Apple TV. Yes, Apple TV. And to prove the point here for Apple, there you go, buddy. This is coming up right now. I'm loading it up right now for you. This is the ASAP network on Apple. You can go to your Apple store, go to ASAP, download it, guys. Where you can carry us everywhere you go now. On Android, if you got LG TV, go to your LG content store. You can download us there. You can download us all over the place on the Amazon Fire, Roku TV, and we got many more platforms coming up. We will update you as we get them here. Also, you can go to our LinkedIn. I'm going to bring that up here. You can go into our Linktree, and you can find us all there. And I'll show you here. Let's add that to the stream. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Linktree right there. There you go. You can see everything that we have on All Sports All Plays Network all the way down here. That is our Linktree. I will put the link into the comments section here, and we'll add this to the comments section. That'll be up on the comments there if you want to go ahead and click on it. There you go. Got it all over the place here. We got it on the YouTube. We're on live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter. So you can catch us all these platforms here, and you can get our link tree right there. I just uploaded the link tree onto the comment. You can click on that, save that, and you can go to everywhere that All Sports All Places is up and around on the net, on the social media platforms and TV platforms. So that is very exciting news here that we have today on All Sports All Plays Network. I am your host, Ray Cruz. I'll be here each and every Saturday to host this great show, to do a wrap-up show and lead you into the game of the week, which is on Saturday also. So we'll give you that time and that here as we move along here. We can go ahead and show today's schedule. Game will be the Roughnecks versus the Wranglers. Today, game time is at 2 o'clock at Womack Field. Womack Field is located in, let me bring that up real quick here. Where's Womack Field located in? Womack Field is located in off of 611 Walnut Street, Longview, Texas, 75601. So this game will be in Texas at Womack Field at 611 Walnut Street in Longview, Texas. So if you're in Longview, Texas, get down there and support these guys. These guys are up and coming. This is a development league that we are bringing to you live on the All Sports All Plays Network. We're partnering up with them, and we are getting this show wrapping up and going here. So we got some highlights coming up here momentarily. So today's game is the Roughneck versus the Wrangler on Saturday the 25th at 2 p.m. That will be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Central Time. So we'll have to get that straightened out with the league too. I just want to make sure that time is Central Time. If it's Central Time, it'll be 3 o'clock this time, which will be an hour behind. So, but this is all up and coming here. This organization is on a big rise right now. We have games that we're going to bring to you from last Saturday's game. Last week's Saturday's game will be the let's go to the full schedule here. The full schedule will be the Bombers versus the Wranglers. That was the first game on Saturday, the March 18th, and then the Roughneck versus Lumberjacks. We will take care of that. We'll break all those games down to you, and we'll show you to you live on the All Sports All Place Network here. Also, so we got a great show here. We got everything lined up here. We got everything going very, very well here. And we had some technical issues, and we got them all straightened out here. So we will bring you, we'll update our graphics behind. Instead of saying Wednesday, it will be Saturday. It'll be a wrap-up show going into the pregame show. And then the game will be at 2 o'clock today in Lomac Field in Longview, Texas. So all you Texas fans, get out there and show your support to your Wranglers going up against the Roughnecks. So that is coming to you live here on the All Sports All Place Network. I'm glad you joined us this morning. I got my cup of coffee here. Everybody got their cup of coffee? Cheers up, everybody. We got this morning show. We got everything for you live here on the All Sports All Place Network. So we're going to continue on this network here. We're going to bring you some stuff here momentarily. When we come right back here, we'll break down the Bombers versus the Wranglers from the first game on March 18th. So stay with us on the All Sports, All Place Network, and I am Ray Cruz. This is the NLFA wrap-up show / pregame show here on the All Sports, All Place Network.
All Sports, All Plays. All Sports, All Plays. All Sports, All Plays. 365, we making a plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
What did you say?
I said Kobe Bean Bryant has been overrated ever since he passed away.
Now, I'd say they could lose about 4, but I don't see them losing 5. You know what I mean?
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
This is the Fox D Streaming Network. Register to come on our channel at foxdnetwork.com.
Welcome back to the NLFA, the wrap-up show here on Saturday, the pregame show also coming to you live here on the All Sports, All Place Network. I am Ray Cruz. I am your host. And I told you we'll get right back into this. We'll bring up the highlights here. We'll go ahead and bring up some of the highlights here from the game of the Bombers versus the Wranglers. And we see the running back going up the middle here on a nice, good gain on the first play of the game there for the Bombers. The Bombers again and back in formation here once again. And we're going to pass the ball here. And it's kind of oversell. What a great catch there by number 3 for the Bombers, man. That was a great catch there. And then we were looking at here. We're going up in the middle here. We're going up to run. Run to the outside. This is a very good game here. A very good blocking up front. We'll see a little bit more of running game because the wind conditions here was very great up here, the very at least. And then we got the highlights going up again. Another great running play here for the Bombers. Bombers moving the ball very well on their first drive of the game here. And then we have a bad snap. But wind got into that, and number 9 had to go back and cover that up. So here we go. Number 23 again up the middle, a little bit more of a running play. They got to stack the line a little bit here. And now we're going on fourth down. They're going for it on fourth down here. And he's going to go and look. He's looking. He steps up in the pocket. Beautiful step up in the pocket. And just underthrow. And it looked like for a flag there. No, they didn't get the flag there. It looks like it's first down now. And the Wranglers get their first possession on first down here. Going up there. Good stop there by the Bombers defense. Bombers defense is coming out here. And a little miscue on that, little out route. He's got to settle himself down. Number 3 has looked like he was kind of under pressure most of the game here. In the first possession, he's going to go for the punt here. This is a free punt, a free kick. Once he kicks the ball, once the ball is coming, then they can start going. This is alleviates the blocking in the back, a little bit more injuries on that. I think that was a very great call there on that free kick punt. Here we go. The Bombers in the second possession. Here we're going a little swing out gate, a little pressure outside, a little power swinging gate there. Good gain a little bit there. Now we got second down and now going up the middle here. He's going up there. He's got a good running game going there. That is very good at the point of the attack here. And now we got the highlights here. We got to go in here a little bit more. There we go again. Good outside pressure run. Bombers moving again. Forget another high snap. The wind is affecting the snap. He comes out, gets a good dish outside, good blocking, good cut back there. And number 23 with a nice run there for a touchdown. They're going to go for 2 here. They're going for 2, and it's a touchdown. 2-point conversion. It makes it 8-0 here. So down the Wranglers get their second possession. Let's see how they do on their second possession. Number 3 gets the ball. He goes out, and he comes out. He goes out for the little run. He's a big, stocky-looking guy there. He's a very powerful runner there at that play. Got a few yards there. We got a second down here, and again, it looked like he's going to pass, but it goes out for a run. It gets a nice little 3 or 4 or 5 yard gain. Oh, it's still moving. Nice tackle there. And now we got number 17 coming back in the game here for the little bit of a running, shooting game here. He got to the outside. He gets a good gain here. Good call there. What a run by number 17 there. Nice hit. Take his helmet off by number 7. And then we got number 2 going up the middle, going out to the outside there, about the 30-yard line. And there we go. Once again, look at the little swinging gate, another running game. Once again, I'll let you know, they're doing a lot of running because the wind condition at this time, I had it. I got it from the league owner there, saying the wind condition was like 20 miles an hour. So it's going to seem a lot more running. They try to pass the ball a few times here in this game, and it looks like the ball got away with them when they go for the pass, or they underthrown there on that pass by the Wranglers. Wranglers again looking to sweep out to the outside. He's going to go long here. And he kind of overshot him a little bit there. Good double coverage there. He put the ball where it wouldn't get intercepted. Now they took over on downs, and the Bombers gets the ball back for their third possession here in the first quarter. And once again, it's a fumble-looking play there. He recovers, and it was a fumble, and the Wranglers recovers. Another fumble right back, and the Bombers recover. So we had back-to-back fumbles on the plays there, and now the Bombers get the ball back for their 4th time here. On that 4th possession here. Here we go up the middle again. Nice forearm, nice little shiver, but he got about 3 or 4 yards. Could have been a loss, but a nice stiff arm there. And then go up the middle here. They've gained up a little bit of line here, and now the defense from the Wranglers are starting to settle in a little bit here. Not they make explosive plays by the Bombers, and another little fumble miscue there. Gets the ball back out, and then they get back. Here we go. And a nice little running game there on 3rd down. Gets them a 1st down here. Bombers get the ball. Bombers got a wide open lane. He is moving the ball now a little bit here. And now the Wranglers got to stiffen up a little bit here on their defense. They're getting bombarded with the quick fullback option run up there middle there. We got 1st down again on that. Bombers moving the ball. They're in the Wranglers territory. And there we go, a little wide receiver screen. Good coverage by the Wranglers there on the defensive side. And now we're going to go back up here, and here we go again. A little bit of a run, nice coverage up there, a little bit of missed blocks up the front. Wranglers defense stiffened a little bit more. Here comes a little speedster, and they go from the speed guy there, and they're trying to hurry up here on 1st and goal here. Wranglers defense needs to stiffen up on the inside here. Nice little run. Gets a pretty good yard on 1st down, 2nd and goal here. Here we go again. Nice little thing. Oh, nice stop by the Wranglers defense on that 2nd and 3rd and goal now. The Wranglers defense, again, a little pressure up the middle. And what a stop there. We got a flag on the play here. Wranglers repeat the 3rd down. Oh, now we got offsides here. And we're now going to do it again here off the penalties. You can do a sweep here. Oh, he fumbles the ball. And there is the the third down stop right down. Now we're making it fourth down. This is a good goal line defense by the Wranglers here in the first quarter. And a good ball pressure there. Gets the first hit on number 7. And he puts him down. And then turns the ball over on downs. Now the Wranglers are back on offense again. And we have a flag on the play. That first possession on that fourth drive here in the first drive in the second quarter, the flag on the play was a false start. Now we get it going here, and we look like it's going to be a pickoff. It's going to be a pickoff. They threw the ball into coverage, kind of overshot them. Good safety play there. Good coverage there. Gets the interception, and we go to halftime here, and you see the first half stats here. And now we're going to pick it up in the third quarter here. Bombers leading 8-0 after halftime here. Wranglers get the ball in the first half. Overshots number 87 on the first play. The wind is affecting the ball. Once again, a little fumble there on the pickup. He picks up a little wide receiver screen. Oh, nice move inside. A good juke inside. Gets about a 15 to 16-yard gain, 5-yard gain on that play. And it looks like now number 2 going up there. And a good Bombers defense once again has laid out the running back. Once again, it's a tight third down for the Wranglers. Wranglers are pumping it up here a little bit, trying to go deep. Overshot. I think the wind got into that ball there. He kind of overshot the wide receiver about 5 or 6 yards down the field. Once again, he looks kind of tight out here. First game of the season, you know these people are going to be tight. They're trying to learn each other's play, trying to fill it out. Good shot by number 1 there on the coverage. Gets them the first down and 10. Moving the ball here in the third quarter from the Wranglers. Wranglers quarterback's about to throw it deep. Oh, he throws a little good out-cut route there inside, and he gets number 17, who gets a good gain after the catch. So they're getting a little bit of movement here in the third quarter. Wranglers offense look like it's going to settle down a little bit here. Hopefully they can get the drive going in the Bombers territory for the first time in this game here. And then we get a little wide receiver screen, good cut. Number 87 should have held his block a little bit longer on that play. But they got a few yards they needed there to get some momentum here. Once again, they're going to do the out route. Cut by the wide receiver, running back, misses, overshots him again. He's mistiming his throws. I know it's the first game of the season, but the timing on the throws got to be good. And then the wind too. Like I said, the wind condition. I verified that with the league, and the league said it was 20 miles an hour wind during this game here on March 18th. So the winds are affecting here in Gloucester City, at Gloucester Field here. So we're going to go here again. We're going to roll them out. Throws the ball deep again. And we got a flag. Excuse me. We got a flag on the play here. It could be pass interference here on number 1. Number 1's complaining about it. The referee is going to call the pass interference. He did hit him before the ball got there. So I agree with the call here. It is pass interference. He wasn't looking back. So once again, here we go. Oh, they didn't. They called it all offensive pass interference. Oh, man. So now we got the Bombers running the ball here. Number 24 is gone. We got a flag on the play. Here. It looks like he's going for a touchdown. He got the touchdown number 24, but we got a flag on the play. And it is on the Bombers to take the touchdown away. It got in the third quarter. First down and about 20. He's going to do a little swinging gate. Oh, nice. No penetration by number 7. Nobody picked him up, and he got in there and blown up the play. Another loss there. Here we go. He's going to pass the ball. He's going to go deep here, and it is picked off by number 17, Woods. Woods, number 17, is getting the ball there, and we got it. First and 10, Wranglers. Wranglers is going to run the ball here. He gets it, and a nice pursuit. Good job setting the edge by the Bombers defense. And number 17 makes him to play. When you set that edge, it's kind of hard to run to the outside. The offense got to get the edge. A little bit of a fumble here, mess up the play a little bit here, and the timing, and the Bombers defense is all over them. We got third down here for the Wranglers. Wranglers looking back here again. Can we see here, number 17? He is moving it back again. He is going to throw the ball this time, and he's going to throw it away. And it's out of bounds there. It's still 8-0 Bombers here in the third quarter. Teams are still struggling a little bit here with the wind conditions. Can't get the passing game going. And we're going to almost have a pickoff there by the Bombers defense. Good play there. Good coverage. Got a double coverage, and he's kind of forced the ball in there. We're in a little I formation type deal here. We're going to swing it out. Oh, missed pass, swing there, a little fumble there by the Bombers. Bombers gets the ball, and he moving, and he gets it back to the line of scrimmage there. Another I formation. This time it's going to be a straight handoff up the middle there, and he gets about 5 or 6 yards up the middle there for the Bombers offense. Bombers offense is running the ball a little bit effectively here today. And number 24, again, he gets the ball. He goes out to the outside. Before anybody hits him, he's already gone about 10, 15 yards. He bounces off. He is still moving down the field. It looked like about a 20, 25-yard gain there by number 24 for the Bombers. Bombers inside the Wranglers on the Wrangler side of the ball. He's a little bit of the effective of a bad snap there. And we get another play here. We're going to looks like he's going for the score, but it could be short. It don't look like the ball went across the plane. He looked like he's kind of short of the plane, and it is kind of short. It is first and goal. Can the Wranglers defense do what they did in the second quarter with a big stop? Nope. It looked like he went with the Superman up the middle with the Superman fly there and across the end zone there. Now we're setting up for a 2-point conversion here. It is always the 2-point conversion here on the Bombers. Bombers at 14-0 here. They're trying to get it and make it 16-0 here, and they're going to try it. And number 24 bounces, and he carries him into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. It is 16-0 here in the fourth quarter for the Wranglers. Wranglers starting on their own 20. Another little short passing game going here. It looked like the short passing effective game was working a little bit here, but their Bombers up wrapping up soon. They make the catch on these downs. And then again, the Wranglers offense is not moving up to the point they need to be right now in this ball game, and it gets a good throw there, and it's picked off. It is picked off by the Bombers, number 1, and it makes a good tackle there, and it's a turnover there on the interception by the Bombers. The Bombers are taking the ball away. It's forcing the Wranglers offense to pass the ball because they're down 16-0. The running game has not been effectively. They have not moved the ball. The wind conditions here, once again, it's been very vital. We got a flag on the play. And let's see what the flag is here on the play here. There's referees are discussing the flag here. We're going to see what's the call. It looks like we have face masks called on after the turnover on the Bombers. So they're going to back it up here probably about 15 yards. So the Bombers get the ball on 1st and 10 after the penalty assessed on the interception. They go with a wide receiver screen loose. And number 3 turns it up the field. He gets about 10, 11 yards, and we get another flag on the play. And we get a holding call. It's going to be called on the Bombers. So that play will be null and void, back it up 10 more yards, and then it's now on 1st and 20 for the Bombers. And the Bombers are going again with the wide receiver screens, overthrows the screener. So the Bombers get the ball for 2nd down here. Here we go again. And we're going to go for a nice little pass play, and it looks like it's going to be picked off. Oh, no, they dropped the ball. So we're going into a twin wide receiver set with a running back behind and the pistol. He fakes it to one side, goes back to the other side, and he gets a good bomb play. This is a good bomb play for a touchdown. And we now got a 22-0 lead by the Bombers. The Bombers are bombing away. That's what we call the bomb squad. They're bombing the game away here, going for the 2-point conversion. They have been 2 for 2 and make it 2 for 3 today. Good defense by the Wranglers. Stop that. And it's down 22-0 here. Once again, the Wranglers offense has got to pick it up a little bit here. They got to go to the passing, running, and he sacked the quarterback. Didn't get back to the line of scrimmage by number 3. He gets sacked by the Bombers defense. The Bomber defense is bombing away on offense, and the bombs away on the defenses, keeping them intact here. And we get almost another pickoff here. And the win is affected number 3's throwing here today in this ball game. So here we go again on fourth quarter. It's 22-0, 3rd down here. And the Wranglers got to pass the ball, and he throws the ball away. No good coverage by the Bombers. We got a flag on the play here. We have a flag on the play once again. Let's see what the flag is going to be here. What is the call? Trying to see what the referee is going to call here. He's calling a holding call on the Wranglers. Holding call on the Wranglers. So back them up here. Repeat 3rd down. So they get another opportunity here to try to put some points on the board here. They're on their side of the 50 right now. So he's audible. Number 3 is audible right now into a play. Hopefully this play can work for them. Here we go again. Number 3 goes again. They're going to go for the sack, and they got him. The Bombers are blitzing on the backside a little bit here by number 7. Runs them down, puts them down on the ground. We got 4th down here for the Wranglers. Wranglers, once again, their offense is sputtering. Number 7 is hype for the Bombers. And we're going to see here what kind of Wranglers offense will play here on the 4th down in the 4th quarter here. They got to get a first down here. They have to get a first down to keep their drive alive. So we'll see what they're doing here. And looks like it's going to be a timeout right now. And the ball game is over. And it is 22-0 to win by the Bombers here. Good game here by the Bombers. So the Bombers picked up the big win there for them on the first game of the season. They're 1-0. The Wranglers dropped their first game 0-1. Let's run some of the stats here. Number 9, Daniel for the Bombers, passing attack. Daniel Ocon, the quarterback, he was 9 attempts for 4 completions. He was 4 out of 9 for 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 57 yards passing. 14 yards was the average, 63 passing rating, and a completion rate of .4445, incompletes, 11.11 for TD passing percentage, 45 was his long, and he was sacked twice. So Daniel Ocon did pretty good. You got to understand the wind condition was kind of tough in this ball game here, so that's a thing that you got to look at here too. So, that's one thing you got to look out for here in the thing. Let's look at the Bombers' rushing attack. Number 9, Daniel Ocon. He had 1 attempt with no yards. Philip Sanders, number 21, the linebacker. He plays linebacker. He had 5 attempts for 13 yards, 3 yards per carry. 3 yards was his long ones, and he had 1 2-point conversion run. Desmos Jenkins, the running back, he had 2 attempts, 4 yards, 2 yards was his average. His long was 4. And then you had a Reddick long running back. He had 9 attempts, 58 yards, 6 was his average, 2 touchdowns, 10 yards was his longest run of the day. And then Trey Richardson, the running back, had 8 attempts, 84 yards. His average yards per carry was 11 yards. And the longest run he had of the day was 25, and he had 1 2-point conversion. The Bombers' wide receivers, Zachary Lipscomb, the quarterback. He played quarterback. He had 2 receptions for 12 yards, averaged 6 yards per reception on the day. And then Keon Coleman, that plays the defensive back, he had one reception, 45 yards, and that was the big bomb play for the touchdown, 45-yard touchdown. So there you go on the day here. So, and the Bombers defense was led by Darren Turner Jr., number 17. He had 6 tackles on the day, and then the leading in a fumble recovery was Philip Sanders, number 21. He had a fumble recovery, and then we had 1 interception by Detrick Claiborne. He had 1 interception on the day. So, and then the Bombers return team, the quarterback had 1 punt return for 25 yards on the day. So there you go. And the Bombers did not punt at all today. They went for it on 4th down. Let's talk about the Wranglers' offensive thing. Number 3, Nathaniel Train. He had a quarterback. He had 12 attempts. He only completed 3 passes. The passing was not effectively today because of the wind conditions that at the time of this game was played on March 18th was 20 miles an hour wind. So that kind of effectively happened in the passing game. He had 2 interceptions. He had 43 yards, 14 yards per average, and he had a rating of 2. And a 2.50 was his completion ratio, and he had 9 incomplete passes. Jason Wood, the wide receiver, had 2 attempts at passing. His rate was 40, and he had no completion, and he had 2 incomplete passes. So on his 2 attempts, he was 0 for 2 on his passing. Wranglers' rushing attack was only null and void here a little bit. Devin Mims with 2 attempts, 6 yards, 3 per rushing yards. Nathaniel Train, the quarterback, he had 3 attempts, 5 yards, and he was averaging 2 yards per carry. And then Keon Cobb, he had 1 attempt, no rushing yards. He fumbled the ball once. And then Jason Wood, the wide receiver, he had 1 attempt for 24 yards. 24 yards was his biggest carriage. He only had 1 carriage on the day. But the Wranglers receiving attack was Lavanian Godluck, 3 receptions, 12 yards, 4 yards per catch. And then Joshua Maps, 1 catch for 5 yards. Excuse me. Jason Wood, wide receiver, one reception, 26 yards, and 26 yards was his average on the day. And then led the defensive side was Derek Dilworth Jr. He had 7 tackles, 2 assisted tackles, 2 total tackles for loss, and he had 1 interception on the day. So that was a big man for there. The next guy was Joshua Maps. He had 5 tackles on the day. And then Kieran Cobb had 4. Armani Card had 3, 2 tackles, 2 assisted tackles on the day. And then Michael Perez, he had 3, 1 assisted tackle. And then DeAndre Moten, he had 2 tackles, 2 assisted tackles on the day. And then you had Michael Williams with 3 tackles. And then you had, Devin Mims with 3 tackles also. So there you go. That was the defensive side there and the punter. And then they had a few punts here, a few kicks on the play as well. So that was the Bombers. Once again, the Bombers won 22-0 over the East Texas Rangers. The Bossier City Bombers, 22-0, East Texas Rangers 0. So that was the stats of the day there for this game here. When we come right back here after these breaks on the NLFA Saturday's wrap-up pregame show, we'll break down the Roughnecks versus the Lumberjacks in their first game. And they also played at Bossier Stadium Park, also windy's condition. Just remember here, ladies and gentlemen, just remember, it has been verified by the league that it was windy at this game. We took the sounds out of this game because the wind was blowing so hard. So I am doing the highlights here while the game is in the talking about the game too, breaking it down a little bit here, trying to give you a little insights on the thing. So when we come back on the NLFA wrap-up show, pregame show, I am Ray Cruz. This is the All Sports All Places Network.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
What did you say?
I said Kobe Bean Bryant has been overrated ever since he passed away.
Now, I'd say they could lose about 4, but I don't see them losing 5. You know what I mean?
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
This is the Fonx D Streaming Network. Register to come on our channel at fonxdnetwork.com.
Welcome back to the NLFA wrap-up show, pregame show. I am Ray Cruz. I am on the All Sports All Places Network, coming to you live from Jacksonville, Florida, in my home studio here today for this game. And this will be an everyday occurrence on Saturday. We'll do the game highlights from the previous game and leading you into the pregame show, into the talking about the upcoming matchup here today, which will be the Roughneck versus the Wranglers. That game is at 2 p.m. at Womack Field in Longview, Texas. So they're shifting the league to Womack Field in Longview, Texas for the home opener for the East Texas Wranglers versus the Blosser City versus the Roughnecks. So we got that here coming to you live here on the All Sports All Plays Network. Continuing on, let's move on to the next here. I told you we're going to be talking about this game here. This game is the Roughneck versus the Lumberjacks here, and you can see the coin toss coming up here right now. They'll tell you who's getting the ball first. So let's continue here. I'll take myself out of this here so you can see the full view of the game here. And you look in the highlights here. It looks like the Roughneck has won the toss and the party elected to defer. So here we go. We in positions here. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna look at the referee here, and he calls. They said they're gonna look like they're gonna defer to the second half. So the Roughnecks will get the ball going first here in the first possession. The ball will start at the 20-yard line for the first possession of the game. Here we go. The Lumberjacks getting the ball first. Number one's back in the spread formation here. And there's a first running play up the middle here. It gets about 4 or 5 yards up the middle there. Setting up for the next play for the Lumberjacks here in the first possession of the first quarter of their opening season here. Once again, number one looks like he's going to throw the ball, trying to get it in the air. He gets a good completion there. And there we go. Good completion to number 2 there on that pass play. Good coverage on the play, but a great hands there for the Lumberjacks. And here we go again. And look like he's going to spread formation here, and we get it. Misdirection there, and the quarterback keeps the ball there on that. Gets about 10, 11 yards, and we got another first down here in the first quarter. Lumberjacks moving the ball rapidly here through the air and on the ground. We get another running play, and this time the Roughneck extends that play out a little bit there. They couldn't set the edge by the Lumberjacks. The Roughnecks set the edge. Here we go. This time the edge is now set, and a good pickup there, probably about 14 yards on that play, setting up for first and goal here on first down here, possession here for the Lumberjacks. And Lumberjacks again gets the ball. Number 6 is going to try to turn it up the field. Good cover, good play there, turning back inside and got the help on the tackle there. A little bit fumble. And now it looks like going to drop. Number 2 gets away, and then they drop him on the fumble. Kind of set that back a little bit. Good stop by the Roughnecks. Push them back on third down here in the first quarter. The Lumberjacks again in the formation. They're going to power to pass the ball out. They do get a nice good pass and a good chop down at about the 7-yard line of the Roughnecks here. Here we go again. The Lumberjacks once again is in Roughneck territory up and by the goal. The fourth down play here. And we're going to see here a little bit of a run. And we're going to get the Roughnecks to stop. The Roughnecks at the edge, and they stopped them on that play, so they get the ball for their first possession, and they toss it out. And a good run there by number 24, I think. His hair is covering his number back there, and then we're going to go to a power I formation again, and a little pistol Pete, and they're going to dump it out to the running back, and he drops it. So we got the second down there. He tried to run the ball before he caught the ball. And we get a little bit of fumble miscue there. So they had a fall on it. We get a third down play here. Lost a few yards on that play. Once again, the Roughneck is back to pass. And they try to make the play, try to interception off the tip. They couldn't do it. We got a fourth down. It looks like they're going to go for a free kick here. So the Roughnecks back in free punt formation, free kick. And there we go. We kick the ball. It's a short kick. And it goes to about the 31-yard line of the Roughnecks. The Lumberjacks will take it over in the Roughneck territory here on 1st and 10. They're in the spread formation, 2 wide receivers. And you notice they don't have the tackles. They took the 2 tackles away. They only got a center and 2 guards. They overthrow the first play there on the first down. Second down now for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks got the ball. They roll the ball back to them. And we got a penalty here. We got a little bit of a false start. It looks like the referee indicated there on the penalty. Yep, it is a false start on the Lumberjacks. Back them up 5 yards. And repeat second down here. So they call it offsides. Here we go. We're going to see here. We got a little bit of miscue here. The referee's coming up, and they're going to say, now they call it offsides. Yes, it was the wrong call. So it was offsides on the Roughnecks. So move it up 5 yards. Not back 5 yards, move it up 5 yards. And here we go. And we got the Roughnecks. We got the Lumberjacks running a nice stutter step move on the sidelines, and he gets a good gain there, probably about 10 yards on the gain. And it sets up first and goal for the Lumberjacks in the Roughneck territory here. Again, the quarterback carries. Good trip up there. He gets about 2 yards. Once again, in the spread formation, two wide receiver set. He moves the running back a little stutter step to the side, and he fumbles the ball down again. He picks it up once again, and it breaks up the play, and he loses probably about 2 yards. Good job by the Roughnecks. And bad snapping right now is affecting the Lumberjacks offense a little bit here. Oh, a bad snap. That was a bad snap. I think the wind got into that one there. And that looks terrible. Oh, man. Wow. He just threw that ball backwards. Didn't call nothing on that play. We got fourth down here. So we got fourth down here. And here we go again. A bad little errant snap. And once again, they're going to cause him a little bit of hate and discontent on the play here. He throws it up, and he gets a touchdown off the tip drill. The Lumberjacks scores first. 6-0. So we're going to set up the 2-point conversion here. Here we go. We got the little sky cam version here of the play. You can see the trips. And here we go again. Can he get the 2? Yes, he does. The quarterback keeps it for the 2-point conversion. Makes it 8-0 over the Roughnecks right now. We got 1st and 10 for the Roughnecks on their own 20-yard line here. A power I formation and it looks like number 23 or 24 is getting the ball again. Good run, though. He got blasted at the end, but a good run, good 10, 11-yard run there. We're back in the pistol formation, I-type formation. He gets it back again, and he gets a nice run this time. He makes a good stutter step move, and he gets about 20. He gets about 34 yards on that play there. And here we go, another pistol formation. They've been running effectively here by the Roughnecks over the Lumberjacks defense. And this time the Lumberjacks defense comes up. And one guy said he fumbled the ball. Let's see here. Did he fumble? And he did. Yes, indeed. That was a fumble. Recovered by the Lumberjacks. Stops the Roughnecks play. And now the Lumberjacks gets the ball at their own 10 to 15-yard line here. Here we go. Pass play. Throws it back. He gets about out to the 21-yard line. Probably about a 6-yard play there. Second down. Once again, he's going back to pass, going deep, and he makes a great catch. He makes a great catch there. Number 2 with a great catch there. Good pass, good coverage, and a great catch. Just a better offensive play there on that play. He goes out to the toss sweep, and here we go. And he gets a nice 10-yard, about a 5 or 6 yard run for second down here. Lumberjacks in that spread formation once again. One running back, low snap. Play's going to be effective again, and he turns nothing into about 4 yards on that play. Gets the first down, 1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks once again, he gets it. Oh, bad snap once again. The wind gets into this one, and this one's going to be a long loss. Oh man, he's going to pick it up and he's going to run it for a touchdown. Touchdown, the Roughnecks. So now on the big defensive bad snap, turnover. Gets a 2-point conversion attempt. 8-6 to score right now. Can the Roughneck tie this ball game up? Oh, a little stutter step. Oh, what 2 stutter steps in there. 2 missed tackles. About 5 missed tackles on that play. Get the 2-point conversion, and we got it tied at 8-8. The Lumberjacks and the Roughnecks are tied at 8-8 in the second quarter. The Lumberjack gets the ball here. Here we go. Pumping it. Put him in motion. Hikes the ball. Sends him in the motion guy. He gets about 3 yards on the 2 or 3 yards on the play. Brings up second down and 7. Here we go again. Boom. Little nice turn up run there. Gets up inside there and turns it up the field part another 4 or 5 yards. We got 3rd down and 2. Once again, they're going to spread it out. And they're going to come from behind with a sack there. So now we're going to bring up 4th down, and they probably lost about 5. So We're looking at about 4th and 7 here. He's going to spread it out a little bit, dumps it out, gets a wide open guy. He turns it up the field, stutters out, back comes forwards again, and gets out of bounds there. And they sets it up and did not get the first down. So we got the turnover on downs. So we got the Roughneck with the football here. Here we go. Oh, fumble there. And who recovers? It looks like the Roughnecks did recover at the end there. He recovered his own fumble. So he picks up a few yards on the fumble there. We're going to bring up 2nd down here on this play. So we're waiting for them to come off the ball, get all covered up here. Number 50 got the ball back. So it is still the Roughnecks football here. So here we go here. Boom. Fake. Number 3 gets the carry. He steps up. He throws the football, and the wind gets into it. He overthrows him. So that's an incomplete 3rd down here. Roughneck gets the ball again. Number 3 gets back. He tosses it real quick to the wide receiver screen. Now we're bringing up 4th down. Here we go. Step back. Throws the ball. And incomplete. Turnover on down. Lumberjack gets the ball on their side of the goal, on their side of the 20 there. Nice run there by number. Couldn't see his number quickly there, but he made a nice run. 2nd down. Once again, gets the football, fumbles the football. Who's going to get the football back? It looks like the Lumberjacks falls back on it and lose a couple yards on that play. So now we're bringing up 3rd down here by the Lumberjacks. And once again, the defense of both teams are playing very well here. Settled down after the 2 scores. Again, another miscue by the Lumberjacks. This is probably about the 3rd or 4th miscue by the Lumberjacks that's costing plays. And we send up again on 4th down. We set up another free kick by the Lumberjacks. So the defense withheld. Some miscues by the Lumberjacks helped the defense out in this drive. And we get another free kick here this time. He looks like he's going for it and fumbles the ball. Did he get it back? Yes, he did get it back. He kind of got hurt on that play there. Aggressive play here. The Roughneck gets the football here. Then that little lineman spread. They throw a quick wide receiver screen and drops it. I think he heard footsteps coming on that play there. Good job coverage by the Lumberjacks. And once again, we're going back. The quarterback keeps his time. He picks our bar about 7-8 yards there. So it brings up a 3rd and 2. We're in that spread formation by the Lumberjacks. He went out of the pistol a few times. Now we're back in that spread. He hands the ball off. Number 23 is going to get some good pushing here by the offensive line, and they just can't bring him down. They're just pushing him, and then he finally brought him down. He got probably about 10 extra yards on that play on the good push by the offensive line there. Now we're back in that pistol eye formation from the Lumberjacks. He tosses it out to the running back. Running back bounces off. He fumbles the football, and it looks like the Lumberjacks has come up with it. This is a turnover fest right now. Defense playing good for both teams here. The Lumberjacks get the ball, the wide open run here, a fall down, a missed tackle, ankle breaker that picks up about 13 yards on that play. We're in the Roughneck territory by the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks again, that spread formation. Runs the option here. The quarterback keeps. The quarterback gets short of the 1st down. He picked up probably about 6 or 7 yards, and we're going to bring up the 2nd and probably about 1. Spread formation once again. He gets that little option read, and it looks like he is going to be short. Did he fumble the football? But it looks like Roughneck got it back there, and it's still going to probably be 3rd down and probably 2. Probably lost a half a yard on that play. We're going in a spread formation by the Lumberjacks here. Quarterback's waiting to receive the football. He rolls out, and he overthrows him. The wind got into that one there. We bring up 4th down and a short yardage situation here on 4th down. Let's see what they do here. They're in that spread. They're going to look like they're going to pass the ball. It looks like they're opening up the playbook a little bit, and the overthrow, I think the wind's affected. Turnover on downs. The Roughneck gets the football, 1st and 10 on their side of the 50. Now we're looking like here the quarterback's going to throw the ball. He gets a completion. Boom, nice turn up the field. He picked up about 11 yards on that. He had a wide open receiver on the other side, on that same side. He just went with the shorter receiver there and got it picked up a 13-yard play. He's rolling him out. He's got a wide open run, and he gets another 12 yards on the run there. Good job by number 3, Green Grass. Somebody lost containment on the quarterback in that Lumberjack defense here. Now we're going to roll out again, and he tries to pass and a little overthrown there. Good coverage. There's no way he could get that completion in there. He just overthrows him. Perfect job not to turn the ball over. And then this time he gets a sack. He steps up in the pocket. Nice job. He had the defender right there. When he moved up in the pocket, that takes over the downs. And Lumberjack gets the football. He runs the football here. He probably gets about 3 or 4 yards. Good job by the defense, by the Roughnecks. This game is a tight game right now. Going in here in the third quarter, start of the third quarter, this game is very tight. Here we go. He's going to pump it up a little bit, and a good play by the defense, almost picked off. Good job, good coverage. They are running the ball effectively. They're passing the ball a little bit here. The wind condition is still, again, a factor. Once again, he's going to step up. He's throwing it into the wind. Almost picked off again by the Roughneck defense. Roughneck defense is now we're going into the fourth quarter here. So now we're in the fourth quarter. The Roughneck defense is still playing good. Lumberjack defense is playing good. They're throwing the ball again. Way short on that. I think the wind probably calls that to be short. Got up in there. Number 3 again on first down. Here we go. Going to rough it. We got it going sweet. And again, the defense is causing some plays in that backfield. He still gets about 3 yards out of that missed tackle in the backfield. Could have caused a loss of yards. Again, the snap by both teams are really effectively. And number 3, he's turned something into nothing. He looks like he got the first down on that play. He did get the first down on that. Nice run, little 5 or 6 yards run. Here we go again. He's going to pressure. He's been pressured most of the day. Another stutter step. Gets about a yard and a half. Excuse me, on that play. So now we're looking here on second down here. He's going to look like he's going to pass the ball again. He gets a nice little thing. Trying to show it short. Good coverage by the Lumberjack on that play. He only had to throw it in a low area. And the wide receiver couldn't come out of the play because of the defense playing good coverage on that play. Again, nice run. He didn't get hit until like 5 or 6 yards in the hold. They gotta put some more pressure up in that middle there. They've been attacking the middle. Now they're going to go to the outside for a fade here, and good coverage there by the Lumberjacks. Incomplete. Turns it over on downs. Here comes the Lumberjacks. Fumble the ball again on the missed snap. Number 3 picks it up. He turns that into a big gain of 5 or 6 yards. Could have been a disaster. Once again, a high snap. Calls the play to come off a little bit. The quarterback gets to run, and he turns it up and gets probably about 3 yards there for second down. Back in that formation, we're looking on the defensive side there. Good camera angles here on these runs, and you can see them stout up the middle. The Lumberjacks and Roughnecks are playing a very tight football game. Great defense by both teams here today. Again, a high snap. Again, he controls the snap. Oh, he had somebody wide open, and the wind took that one. Man, he had that dude beat about 5 or 6 yards down the field. We get a free kick again. And this time it's a booming kick, and it looks like it's going to go to the 20. It's going to make a Roughneck. He's going to return it. He returns it probably went to the 10. He returned it to the 23-yard line where the Roughneck was set shots here in the fourth quarter. Once again, another spread, another position. Oh, what a run here by the Roughnecks. Get about 5 yards on that run. Could have been a loss. Good job turning it up the field. Putting a little bit more explosive. This time is a good in hitting the backfield. Waits for his teammates to get there by the Lumberjacks. Brings up third down. But a big stop on that play. Makes him force him to pass here. He's looking, and then he's going to turn up the field, and he gets about 3 or 4 yards on that run. Makes it a fourth down here. And it looks like it's going to be the Roughneck with a free kick here. And we're going to see how far he kicks it. He kicks it up in the air. The wind's going to get it into this one. And it's been a short kick here, and it's going to go to the Roughnecks 44-yard line where the Lumberjacks is in Roughneck territory here. Oh, not in their own territory here. Good punt there. And then here we go. Little dump down. Second down. Lumberjacks. You got to take that immediate passing away because right now you can't go really deep. And they try to go deep there, and then it looks like the wind getting into it and force the ball to go out of bounds. There's no way he can make that reception inbounds. And he's sitting up there. He's getting slow to get up here. We got a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is about here. We got all sides on the Roughnecks. So that makes it 1st and 10. A little delay handoff. Nice stop up the middle. Gets about 2 yards, 2 to 3 yards on that play. Good job by the defense. Another read option. And this time the quarterback takes it. Gets probably about 4 yards. Good job to pull the ball back out and get an extra few yards down by the quarterback. Back again. Fake the read option, throws the pass, little dink pass out. He gets the completion. We got first down here in the fourth quarter. Roughnecks moving. The Lumberjacks moving on the Roughnecks defense. And that time was a good stop. He set the edge by the Roughneck defense. Once again, he gets it going. The quarterback's going to carry the ball. He gets a few yards. He gets about 5 or 6 yards, first and goal. And then to continue to drive, we got the first and goal here in the fourth quarter. Lumberjacks on the Roughnecks side of the field. Here we go. And we're going to see the quarterback here is going to, he gets taken down. And we're going into overtime. There's your overtime rules here. Each team allow a minimum of one possession. First possession goes to the regulation coin toss. So here we go. So we're getting set up in overtime here. This is the overtime game here by the Roughnecks and the Lumberjacks. A very tough game here. Here we go again, a little sweep. Oh, what a stop here. And reverses field, gets a block. Oh, man, he turns it into a touch. Looks like a touchdown. He is short, but his jersey gets ripped on that play. What a run. Looked like he was going to get stopped. Turns around, got a few blocks on the key blocks, and boom. Next thing you know, running play. He bounces off. Did he get in? Is he short? He is short. Third and goal. Can the Roughneck do a defensive stop like the Wranglers did in that first game? Again, they'll spread out, and the quarterback's going to carry, and he gets a touchdown. Nice job carrying the ball out there. He gets a 6. It is 14-8 going for the 2-point conversion here. And we're going to see here what kind of play he can draw up here to get the 2-point conversion. This could be a key 2-point conversion here. He sets it up here a little bit. We're going to swing it out, the swinging gate. He gets it, and he is going to get in. The 2-point conversion, 16-8 now. It is time for the Roughnecks' turn to get their possession here. And a good run up the middle here. Boom, outside. Boom, good tackle there by the Roughnecks, saving a touchdown there. It's 16-8 here in overtime. Another possession. Boom, the running, good slide step. Oh, nice job on the back end to come up and make that stop. We're in the pistol eye formation, one wide receiver out. Let's see what they can do here. Oh, they fake the pitch. The quarterback goes, and he's going to toss it, and he's going to incomplete. He had a high jump, good coverage, double coverage. We got a penalty on the play here. Let's see what the flag is about. We have holding on the Roughnecks. Holding on the Roughnecks. That sets him back by 10 yards, third down. He is standing in the pocket. He throws it. Oh, wide open. We got a touchdown. The 2-point conversion here by the Roughneck could tie this ball game up. Can the Lumberjacks make a stop? That's going to be the key. The 2-point conversion. Here we go, running. And did he get in? No. They said he was short, and the 2-point conversion failed for the Roughnecks. And we have a tie. We have a win by the Lumberjacks, 16-14. That was a very good game there on this first week of football. The win took some effectively, and now we see that the Roughnecks gets their loss. So this week's game is going to be a very big game here for the Roughnecks and the Wranglers, who meet today at 2 o'clock. We'll break down on that game here, but we're going to get some stats from this Boston City Roughnecks and the Homer Lumberjacks. The Homer Lumberjacks and the Boston City Roughnecks. So let's see here. Let's look at this here. On this game here, let's talk about the Roughnecks first here. Passing Ethan Ortez, he had 13. He was 2 for 13, 29 yards. He averaged 15 yards per pass. He had a rating of 65, but he had a completion rating of 1.54. He had 11 incompletes, and he had a .77 TD passing percentage. 14 was his longest. He was sacked one time. And then now let's look at the Roughneck running back. Eden Horton, the quarterback, led. He had 6 attempts for 35 yards, averaging 6 yards a carry. 10 was his long. Duquan Morse, the running back, he had two attempts for 4 yards, averaging 2 yards per attempt. And Dominic Pugh, The running back, he had 12 attempts for 111 yards, led the way with 9 yards. He averaged 9 yards per carry, and the long was 25, and he had 1 fumble. And so did Morris, had 1 fumble. So the Roughneck receiver the lone receiver was Tyler Youngblood, who had 2 receptions for 28 yards, averaging 14 yards per catch. And then led the way in the defensive side was Ted Nims Jr. with 5 tackles, with 2 assisted tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Tied on Jacob Hudson, he had 1 tackle, 1 fumble, and 1 touchdown on the fumble recovery. So for the Roughnecks, there was a good job for Tabdaron Jacob Hudson. Jack Wisely the second, he had 1 assisted tackle, 2 total tackles for loss. Jacob Daniels, he had 3 tackles, 2 assisted tackle, 1 tackle for loss. And then you had Dominic Pugh, who had 1 tackle, 1 sack, 3 tackles, 2 for loss. And then you had a lot of sacks. You had Jack Wesley with 2 sacks. You had Jacob Daniels with 1 sack. You had Tyler Youngblood with 1 sack, and Dominic Pugh with 1 sack on the day. So I mean, the defense was pretty good. This was a pretty good game, close game all the way through. Went in overtime, and a missed 2-point conversion by the Roughnecks gave the win to the Lumberjacks. And then you had your return team, Ted Nellam Jr. with 1 punt return for 8 yards, and then Nolan Stanley with 1 punt for 5 yards. And the Roughneck punter he had 2 punts for 40 yards. 20 punts was his average yards. So that was a pretty good side there. Let's look at the Lumberjack side of things here. Derek Banks Jr., the quarterback, he had 6 attempts out of 16, 6 completions out of 16 attempts, 1 touchdown pass, 130 yards, averaging 22 yards per pass. 88 was his passer rating. .375 was his completion percentage. He had 10 incomplete passes, and touchdown .063. 47 was his longest pass. He was sacked 5 times on the day. Derek Banks, Chris Williams led the Lumberjacks in rushing with 13 attempts for 69 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry. Jeffrey Flournoy, he had two attempts, 27 yards. He averaging 14 yards per attempt. And then Derek Banks Jr. had 10 attempts, 52 yards, averaging 5 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 1 fumble, and he had 1 2-point conversion. Also, Antoine White, he had two attempts for 3 yards, averaging 2 yards per carry, and he also fumbled once on the day. And then you had Chris Williams with 13, 69, 5. So the Lumberjacks receiving was 2 guys, Jeffrey Flournoy, 5 receptions, 62 yards, 18 was his longest. His average yards per catch, 47 was his longest on the day, no touchdowns. And Devin Youngblood, he had 2 receptions, 16 yards, 8 yards per catch, and no touchdowns on the day. And the Lumberjack defense was led by Justin Williams with 6 tackles, 2 assisted, 1 total for loss, and 1 fumble recovery on the day. And then Antoine White, he had 2 tackles, 1 assisted. And then you had Tyler Bowers, he had 1 sack, and he had 1 total tackles, 1 assisted tackle, 1 tackle for loss, 1 fumble recovery there. And then Youngblood, he had 1 assisted tackle. And then you had Chris and Donovan Jackson both had 1 tackle each. And then the punter was Justin Williams. He had 2 punts. He had a punt for 63 yards. Longest punt average was 31 yards per punt on the day. So there's your breakdown of this game here. We will break down the game that's coming up at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock today in Womack Field in Longview, Texas, which will bring up the Roughneck versus the Wranglers here on the NLFA wrap-up show plus pregame show. I am Ray Cruz. I am the host of this show on the All Sports All Place Network. Also, download the app on the Apple Store. We are now on Apple, Google Pay, Google Store, all Androids, LG Content Store, Roku TV, and the Amazon Fire. So we plus going to add more and more as we can get available here. We'll bring it to you here on the All Sports All Place Network, and we'll be right back after these messages here on the All Sports All Place Network on the NLFA. I am Ray Cruz. Be right back.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. Sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
What did you say?
I said Kobe Bean Bryant has been overrated ever since he passed away.
Now, I'd say they could lose about 4, but I don't see them losing 5. You know what I mean?
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
This is the Funks D Streaming Network. Register to come on our channel at funksdnetwork.com.
Welcome back to the NLFA Saturday wrap-up pregame show here on the All Sports All Plays Network. We'll be working on getting the graphics updated here to reflect the show. The show will be seen on Saturday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here on the All Sports All Plays Network. Join me, and hopefully we'll probably going to be adding a co-host. Hopefully we'll figure out here soon on that. But you got me. You got the NLFA, the Developmental League. They are doing an excellent job here. You can see the gameplay here on the All Sports All Plays Network. Also, the game coming up today will be the Boston City Roughnecks going on the road to the East Texas Wranglers here at Womack Field in Longview, Texas. If you're in Longview, Texas at 2 o'clock today, come out and support these guys. This is a tremendous football league. Get some good football outside of normal football season. These are the guys who are trying to step up to the next level. Can't make their way into college football. This is an outstanding organization here at the NLFA here. Had a good conversation earlier last night with the guy from the organization, outstanding guy. A lot of insights, information here on this thing. Some stuff coming up next year, changing some of the overtime rules or some stuff like that. So they're developing, and they're improving every year of their existence here on this NLFA. So we're trying to improve with them. We're trying to bring it out. We're trying to get it out to the nationwide, so they can bring more fans down into their organization here to watch this game football season. And this is a great, great time here. Let's continue on here. We got the Boston City Roughnecks versus the East Texas Wranglers. Both teams going in 0-1 on the season. They had windy conditions down in Boston City, Louisiana, last week. I hope the conditions are a little bit better here so we can see a little bit more wide open. Teams got their first game of jitters out of the way here, so they should hopefully come in this game a little bit more confident what they can do and what team can come out with the victory today. That's going to be the narrative of this game here. Today, both teams' defenses played very well. The Wranglers gave up 22 points to the Bombers. The Roughnecks gave up 16 points fell short on the 2-point conversion to tie the game up in overtime. Took the Lumberjacks into overtime. So, Bosner, what does the Wranglers have to do to maintain the Roughnecks here? You got to maintain their. Once again, you got to maintain the Roughnecks passing the game. They pass a little bit more than they like to, and they get in the running game. They got the running game established too, so they level up with the passing. You got to stop Dominic Pugh, who is their leading rusher right now with 111 yards on 12 attempts. He averaging 9 yards per carry. You Wranglers defense's running game is very stout a little bit here. They can put a little bit more pressure on the Roughnecks and make them forced to pass the ball. The passing quarterback, he's only there. He's 1 for 2. He's on the year. So the Roughnecks quarterback Ethan Ortez, you gotta contend with him a little bit. His passing TD rating was .077. He had 11 incompletion in the first game. He had 13 attempts for 29 yards. That's things you got to watch out for here on the day. Rushing yards. He has 29 yards rushing. He's averaging 15 yards per pass on the season. He's been sacked once, so you got to get some pressure on him, and they got to keep him upright. That's what the Roughneck wants, to keep him upright. Hopefully, they don't have the winds in their existence like they did last week. Hope that we can see a little bit more passing, a little bit more balance from the Roughneck. That's what the Roughneck really wants. They want balanced offense. They want that feature Puke, get the running game established and come off some of the play action pass, a read option pass, and pop passes, read passes to pop somebody out long. They did get a good long. They missed some miscues because the passes, they did have some passes there. They either underthrown them or they overthrew them or the wind took it. Both teams got to clean up the snapping, the ball from center. They had a lot of balls that bounced to them. They had a lot of balls go over the head, a lot of balls that the quarterback had to adjust themselves to get it. And it kind of offset their offense if you have something like that. You got to get the clean snap back there to them. That's something they probably worked on this week. Trying to clean up the snapping game here for both teams. The Wranglers and the Roughnecks had some missing cues and snapping. So that's the thing that they got to work on here. To me, I think the defensive side here, if you look at it here, their leading defensive, for the Roughnecks is Therese Nams. He had 5 tackles, and then he had 5 tackles, two tackles assisted. So, I mean, that's something you got to look at too. So, you got to keep Tim Nams and bay. You got to run at him, make him come up and tackle, make him play the run, and then you pop a little pop pass over top of him if you can get him to bite on the fake run. So, you got to pull it out. You got to do some misdirections here. You got to think. You got to look at that too. If plays break down, you got to have containment on the backside. We seen him play in that Lumberjack Roughneck game that the Lumberjacks did on the Roughnecks. That the guy came out of nowhere, looked like he had him dead stop. Next thing you know, reversed the field, got a block by the quarterback, broke him open a little bit, and he ran it for a touchdown. So that's something that the Roughnecks has to do when the plays break down. They have to have the backside help. They didn't have that first game. They did have a few plays that got off on the backside for the Roughnecks. So the Wranglers, what you have to do here is Nathaniel Treen, he has to calm himself down. He looked kind of rushed that first game against the Bomber. Bombers put a lot of pressure on him, made him feel uncomfortable. He's got to get in there and feel comfortable where he can stay in the pocket and develop with his eyes. He cannot stare down the receiver. He stared down some of his receivers last week in the game. He has to look off the defensive backs. He can do that. And I think the effective of the passing game and like I said, the conditions last week was tremendous. 20-mile-an-hour winds. Not even too many NFL players can actually throw the ball in that 20-mile-an-hour winds the way the wind was blowing there in Blasha City. But we're moving into Womack Field in Texas, so hopefully they get better conditions for this game here. So that's going to be one thing too. They got to get a running game going. They didn't have very much of a running game going. Devin Mims, he had 1 carry for two attempts for 6 yards. He averaged in 3 yards per carry. Nathan Tran, he had 5 yards on 3 attempts for 2 yards per carry. So that's something that you gotta get to. And then the receivers for them, he's got to make some. And Levin Garlock and Jason Wood are got to make big time plays in this ball game. That's going to be a thing that you got to look out for too. Here, can the Wranglers get their offense going? They didn't have no offense. They didn't score no touchdowns. They didn't score anything in that first game. You got to give credit to the Bombers' defense, kept them at bay, and now they got to figure out how they can get points on the board. And the Roughnecks can get points on the board. We've seen them get 14. Miscue on the 2-point conversion, miss on that thing to try to tie it up against the Lumberjacks. So the Roughnecks a little bit more contingents they take away from that first game than what the Wranglers could. How does the Wranglers coach develop them in this week and try to go up against the Roughnecks defense? Do they have plays that they can count on? That's going to be a thing. I think they got to establish the running game first. Roughneck defense is stingy on the run and attack. So they got to come up with some ways to get some ball movement going here. So to me, right now, if you look at the long run picture, I think the Roughnecks will win this ball game. I think they'll win at 22-14 at the score there. Wranglers going to get some points this week. I think they found a little bit of a way they could do it against the Roughnecks, but the plays has to break down. The Roughnecks got a backside play. If the plays break down and the Wranglers can get the backside and hopefully you can break some of the runs like the Lumberjacks did for that touchdown run on the backside, not staying at home. That's going to be the thing too. I think the Roughnecks coach has got that a little bit more of a scouting that he could take away now because he got some game film to look at from this season and try to direct that if a play breaks down that they can have backside help. That's going to be the key. Can the backside help for the Roughnecks defense and can the Wranglers offense get a thing? I think the Wranglers defense can play enough, but again, you got to put points on the board. I think we've seen some issues with the Roughnecks offense, but I think they get it straight this week. I think they put some more points on the board. I think this could be a wide open game. I don't think the weather is going to be effectively what they did last week. I think the passing game is going to be effective. I think we're going to see a bunch of wide open game here. So it's going to be a strategy here for the Roughnecks. How do they put this on their play? Do they play the same way they did against the Lumberjacks and build on that offensive scheme a little bit here and run a little bit more of a add some little trickery into it? We will see how that plays out here today at 2:00 on in the NLFA game of the week. Once again, it is a 2:00 game today. It's the only game today at Womack Field in Longview, Texas. That's my keys of the game. I think this is going to be a excellent ball game that you can see here on the All Sports All Place Network. So, as I said, this game is going to be effectively a game that the Wranglers have to see if they can get established of their offense. If the Wranglers cannot get no points on the board, this could set them back a little bit. Going 0-2 in the start of the season here, but not scoring any points could set a team precedent. And how do they overcome what they can do in this football game? They miscues last week was tremendous. I mean, they had bad snaps. They had a quarterback taking sacks. They had way too many miscues on the offensive side, not containing their blocks, not reading the right run route. I mean, they had a couple players open on the passing game to win, took the ball. I understand the win situation. The elements of plays a factor. You can't control with the elements of the game. So you have to miscome and you have to come back and play. But not scoring any points in that first game. Now you've seen the Roughnecks come out. They can score some points. They scored 14. But you got to understand your defense gave up 22 points. But they played very effectively, but your offense is not giving them any support. That's the key of this ball game here. Can the Wranglers offense dominate the Roughnecks defense? I think the Roughnecks defense is a little bit better than anybody participated by just showing what they did against the Lumberjacks, going into overtime. So that's going to be a thing. I think the Roughnecks does come out with the victory. Like I said, I think it's going to be 22-14. It's going to be the final score of this ball game. I think the Wranglers does make some adjustments on the offense, does get the offense moving a little bit here. I think they put up 14 points, but I don't see them overcoming I think they're going to give up straight. It's going to probably be a 16-0 lead at halftime, and then they pick up 8 more points and, another 6 more points here in the second half to contain the main. But I think if the Wranglers can get out and score first, that's a big key there. Because establish their offense, pick up a little pace on their defense. So that's what you got to look at. That's what you're looking at here too. Can the Wranglers start off fast? If the Roughnecks start off fast, they can put some pressure on the Wranglers. So that's one thing that you need to look at too. Who starts off fast in this ball game? If the Wranglers defense can control, they did make some good stops in that first game in the first half on kept them out of the ends, kept the Bombers out of the end zone on 4th down plays from the goal line area. You can tip your hat on that. A little bit of momentum coming off that, but you got to look at it too. Some key plays, and the offensive set part to put the Bombers in position to bomb away, and they did that in the second half. They came out and they bombed away and got them a 22-0 victory on the game to establish themselves 1-0 on the season. So that's going to be what we want to see on 2-0-1 teams here today. Wranglers' first home game of the season. Can they get the home crowd in there and their disposal? Because the home crowds need to come out and support these teams. Because that's where they get their momentum. That's where they get their people. The fans come out and holler and stuff like that. Get in this ball game. If you can get a sellout crowd here, they could boost the Wranglers' momentum here and get them probably projecting for a victory today. But that's something that we got to look here. Can the Wranglers' offense establish themselves here today? They have to establish themselves. The defense has got to play a little bit better. But then the offense has got to also sustain some drives to get defensive people some little bit of time to rest, even though they play both. Some play both ways. So they're going to be in top condition shape. We didn't see too many people with cramps in the first game of the season. So time will tell as the heat keep pressuring up and going from spring into summer here as the season moves along. So today, once again, at 2:00, we have the Roughneck versus the Wranglers at Womack Field, Longview, Texas, at 2:00. Come out and join the fun. Support these young kids. These kids need some support. Support the organization. They're doing a great job. Military-run people in this organization. Giving kids some suitability to come out and play football to continue their football career, develop them, and hopefully either a college or NFL or XFL might decide to come out and support this organization and look at some of their talent and make up on some of their rosters. That's the ultimate goal for this organization, is for fans to come out and support, have a place where these people can go if they can't make it into college, come and play and try to make it up to the next level. That's the ultimate goal of this organization. And here at the All Sports All Play Network, we support that goal here also. So today, once again, you have the Roughneck versus the Wranglers. Both teams coming in 0-1 at Womack Field, Longview, Texas. Be there at 2:00. And I am out of here. Have a great day. I will see you next Saturday with the highlights. And we'll be breaking down the April 1st games, which will be 2 games. It will be the Lumberjacks versus the Roughnecks, the rematch of their first game on April 1st at 2:00 at Mendon Recreation Complex. And then the second game will be the Wranglers versus the Bombers, a rematch from their first week game on April 1st at 4:15 at Mendon Recreation Complex. So, till then, I am Ray Cruz. This is the NLFA wrap-up pregame show here on Saturday. You can catch us at 9:00 a.m. on the All Sports All Place Network. Buddies, it's been a great show. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and keep it safe. If you drink and drive, call Uber or Lyft do not drive. That is my tip. Keep yourself safe. Peace out.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.